Good evening. We are at Masterpiece Miniatures headquarters. We're going to be playing a 2,000 point game, matched play, pitched battle profile. We are going to be doing battle for the pass, so it's a opposite side deployment. We have some terrain. We got a mystical skeleton. We got an arcane tree. We got an inspiring tree. We have a deadly bridge. And we have a sinister tree.
So today me and Brian are going to be playtesting some armies that we've built for an upcoming tournament in Rochester called Boyz GT. You can find that tournament at boyzgt.com, so we'll both be there, and if you can make it, great. We'd love to see you there. But this is a list I'm playtesting. It includes a Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster, a unit of 20 Bloodletters, a unit of 30 Bloodletters, a unit of 5 Wrathmongers, 2 Bloodstokers, and a battalion, the Gore Pilgrims. And that consists of 2 units of 10 Blood Reavers, and both of these will have the -1 rend weapons, as well as 1 unit of 10 Blood Warriors, and these guys will have the double axes, so they'll be re-rolling 1s to hit. I'm also going to have 2 Slaughter Priests, and they'll have the Blood Blessing Killing Frenzy to add +1 to hit to both my Bloodletters and anything else that needs it. Typically you want +1 to hit for your Wrathmongers because they hit on a 4, as well as the Blood Reavers, which hit on a 4 off, and Bloodletters simply because it improves their probability to gain mortal wounds. I also have a Blood Skryre. He's going to plant his banner down every turn, but if he does it within 8 inches of the Slaughter Priests, for each one, he'll gain an additional 6 inches to his aura buff. My general is going to be my Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster. His command ability allows I get to pick a Khorne demon unit, and they get to both run and charge in the same turn. So a lot of the combos are lethal combos with this army. Oh, and by the way, it adds +1 to run and charge. But the lethal combos are really going to revolve around his command ability used on himself, as well as these units of Bloodletters and the Bloodstokers, along with the Talisman of Burning Rage, which I'll give to one of my Bloodstokers. The Talisman of Burning Rage adds +1 to run and charge, and these guys each add +3 to all run or charge rolls. So grand total for a Khorne Demon unit during any given turn could be up to 8 additional inches for both run and charge rolls. So that's a big deal. You can charge across the field on the first turn. It's pretty powerful. I mean, that's really the gimmick in this army, and I'll be using these guys to basically defend and capture objectives. The Wrathmongers, they typically are used for killing monsters. Against Brian's list, that won't be that effective, but I just wanted to balance out this particular list more. I really like Wrathmongers, and I wanted to try them out.
This is my next test of a Skryre list. One of our friends, Rob, who plays Chaos Dwarves, you've seen him on the channel, he recommended Acolytes in large numbers. So that's what this is doing. I have a unit of 30 Acolytes and a unit of 5 Acolytes, 2 units of 20 Clan Rats to screen them. Then I have a unit of 6 Storm Fiends. One of them is going to have a Grinder Fist so that they can tunnel up, and the rest will have Warp Fire Throwers. Then for my heroes, I have an Arc Warlock, I have a Warlock Engineer, and I have a Grey Seer. I'm not sure on the Grey Seer. Because it's a Skryre Allegiance, I can't use his command ability, which is the reason why I wanted to take him. But I'm going to test it out anyway. And then I have a unit of 9 Jezzails to provide long-range support.
So this is a pretty open field terrain for Brian's Jezzails. So I deployed my Bloodstokers and my Slaughter Priests, since they're so important, pretty far back. That way he couldn't just like move up 4 inches. I think they move 4 inches, right? The Jezzails?
6.
6? Well, they're going to be in combat with my Bloodletters anyway, so hopefully that'll slow him down. I put him a little far back just so he couldn't shoot him right away. I got my Bloodthirster here right in the center, ready to use his command ability on either the unit of Bloodletters, depending on what I think is more appropriate. I've got my 2 units of Blood Reavers on either side so they can run up the field and capture these objectives. I've got my unit of Blood Warriors back here, and the idea is that if Brian takes his Storm Fiends and pops them up in the back, I'll have my Blood Warriors here to defend my core support units. Also, if I need to, I can have my Wrathmongers attack his Storm Fiends, and they're pretty good against Storm Fiends. As long as they don't get shot first. I mean, that's really what's the most important thing, right? My 2 Blood Stokers right in the center of the army, so that way they can, you know, whip whoever they need to whip. And that's my setup.
So I've deployed a bit of defensively. My clan rats are in front, basically there to take the first charge. And I've got my Globadiers, my unit of 30 is kind of ensconced in the terrain at least 3 inches back, so they can't be got into combat. This is actually the unit of 5 Globadiers. They are about 8 inches back from the front line and within range to keep that objective. And then my Jezzails are next to the mystical terrain, so hopefully I can reroll wounds when I use them. I have my general here, he's also into the mystical terrain. My other 2 casters are over here under the arcane terrain. I have my Storm Fiends tunneling underground. They will come up in a phase on a dice roll of 3 up. And now Josh finished deploying first, so he gets to decide who goes first.
And I'm going to decide to go first, just so that, I don't know, I can get in there, take the objectives, and force Brian to react. Beginning of my turn, I'm really going to focus on this unit of 20 Bloodletters, because I think they're just going to die anyway from the globe throwers, and I want Brian to worry about the unit of 30 later. I think they're a little more resilient, and if he's shooting them with Giselles, it's harder to kill 30 than it is to kill 20. And hopefully the globe guys miss a lot, so I'm also hoping for that. So I'm going to focus a lot on this unit of 20. First I'm going to whip them twice, so they get +6 to runner charge rolls. All runner charge rolls. And then I'm going to use the Slaughter Priest to buff their hit rolls. So here's the first Slaughter Priest. That fails. Try one more time. Because of the battalion. That fails, so they don't get that one. And then the second one. That succeeds. So they have +2 to hit right now because they're a unit of 20 or more models, and they've been buffed by the Slaughter Priest. They're also re-rolling 1s for wound rolls. I'm going to take my Bloodthirster and I'm going to use my command ability on this unit of 20. It's going to let them run and charge in the same turn and give +1 to both run and charge rolls. I also have the Talisman of Burning Rage equipped to this guy on the black base that I haven't finished basing yet. So, you know, as long as they're within 8 inches of him throughout the course of this turn, they'll get +1, an additional +1 to run and charge rolls. I'm going to plant my banner, and I think that is all my abilities. Okay, so I've moved everybody up for the most part. Got my Wrathmongers back here guarding just in case he drops his Storm Fiends. I don't think it's really going to help me though if he gets the double turn, but you know, I have to play like he could or he couldn't, so you know, whatever. I've got my Blood Letter unit that has moved up, but not within range of his globe throwers. I just don't want to deal with that. I think he's going to have to use his globe throwers to kill this unit of 20. He may have to use the Giselles on top of that. Not sure yet. We'll find out. I've got my unit of Blood Reavers here to take this objective, and my unit of Blood Reavers there that are going to be able to take that objective. And I'm also moving my Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster up the field along with my Blood Warriors and my 2 units of Bloodstokers. I realize that they are in range of the Giselles. That's fine. Giselles have such long range that they're just going to shoot you. You just got to accept that they're going to shoot you and press on. So I'm actually going to make the only important charge roll right now, since I'm not in any range to do any sort of shooting attacks with the Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster. So it's this unit right here. So here we go. I'll roll it right here. And that's a really good roll. So that's an 18-inch charge. Okay, so I piled in, because I made that 18-inch charge, which was pretty awesome, and in some ways very, very lucky. I was able to get 5 guys into the Jezzails. I've already piled in. I'm able to get 7 guys into that unit, and 7 guys, including the boss, into this unit here. So I'm going to make my rolls. I'm going to do the first 15 for these 7 attacking this unit. They get +1 attack each for being near the Blood Secretor, and the boss gets an extra attack. They aren't rerolling 1s because they aren't within range of the Blood Secretor, or not the Blood Secretor, but the Bloodthirster. But that's okay. They're hitting on 2s. Mortal wounds are on a 4 up because they have +2 to hit right now. 7 mortal wounds, and then they are wounding on 3s, but they're re-rolling 1s because they've been whipped by the Bloodstoker. Got very lucky there. Not very lucky there. All right, so it's 7 saves and 7 mortal wounds for that unit at -1 rend.
It's 1 damage each, right?
Yes, it's 1 damage.
So they
apiece.
still do have a 6-up save.
Okay.
And it's 7 wounds?
Yes, it's 7 regular wounds.
Nope.
No saves. So 14 clan rats. All right, so now I'm going to roll for the second unit. That's 14 attacks against the other unit of clan rats. So again, mortal wounds on a 4. So again, that's 7 mortal, and then 3 ups, rerolling 1s. So 3 regular wounds and 7 normal wounds. So this is the 3 saves.
6-up? Nope.
All right.
So 10 go away on that other unit.
Yeah, 10 on that unit. All right, so I have 5 more attacking. I messed up some math somewhere. I missed some attacks, but I'm not gonna sweat it. I've got 5 more attacking his Jezzails. So that's 10 total attacks. Again, 4s are mortal wounds. So that's 5 mortal wounds. And then these are all regular wounds.
This is -1 rend?
Yes.
They don't have a save.
All right, so it's
it's
a
just
total
9
of...
got 9 wounds?
Yep, 9 wounds.
So 2 wounds each?
Yeah, so 4 die.
Yeah, that's probably just the game right there.
Yeah, that gap.
This unit of clan rats, 8 attacks. Yeah, it's gonna be 4s and 4s.
Solid roll. See if we can make those 2.
2.
Okay.
Saved them both.
Saved them both.
Alright, and then the other units actually had more models left, so 3, 6, 9 left, and the boss makes 10.
Okay.
4s and 4s.
5 hit. And 2
more.
wounds. Oh, there's 1 failed. Another failed. Alright, so
Letters go away.
2 blood letters. And then you got the Warlock Jezzails if you want to attack with some of them. You might as well.
Yeah, I mean it's free hits, and plus it allows me to scoot forward a little bit, so it's not only a free hit, it's a free move.
Yeah.
1 will be able to attack. It's getting 2 attacks, hitting on a 5, and wounding on a 4. That's 1 wound, no rend. Not saved. So 4 blood letter goes away. And then theoretically, I guess the Globadiers could pile in. So I have 2 units of Globadiers here. I piled 1 in, and then I figure I might as well just pile the other one in and attack with them. So it's getting 3 each for each unit against the bloodletters. It's all the same profile. It's 1 attack each at 5 and 5. So I might get lucky and get 1 in.
Wow. 4 6s.
Nope,
Oh.
not a single one.
So Battle Shock.
Yep. So these clan rats, I don't think they can possibly win.
Okay, that's 14.
14, and they have a bravery of 4. So
Yeah, they're all
they're
gone.
all gone. And then this one, they lost
10, I think.
10, yeah. So they lose 9.
So you have 1 guy left.
So I'm going to start my hero phase. I will use Inspiring Presence on the big unit of Globadiers. I will cast Mystic Shield on the same. I need a 6, and I fail it. I'm going to use this guy to cast Warp Lightning on them. I need a 5. He's going to overcharge it. That fails, and he does not kill himself. So I'll cast his... no, I'm just going to cast Arcane Bolt, since he has a spell that does D3 damage to multiple units, but there's only 1 unit in range. So I might as well cast the easier spell. So I need a 5 for Arcane Bolt. That also doesn't go off.
Jesus.
Oh wait, this is Arcane...
Yeah, that
so
succeeded.
His Warp Lightning would have succeeded.
Okay.
So the Bloodletters are going to take 5 damage. And the Grey Seer is going to cast Vermintide. Need a 6, so I need to roll a 5. That goes off. And so Vermintide, I roll a dice for every model in the unit. On a 6, it dies. 12. So 12 dice.
Probably should have done that one first. Considering you killed 5.
You know, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. I'm not sure it would have made a difference.
You would have rolled 5 extra dice, but it's possible nothing would have changed. I'm just saying it would have been giving you more chances.
So
2?
3. 3
Yeah.
more models die. I will use Lord of War on these guys.
It's still effective on them.
I need a 3 up. I get it.
Alright, so they have +1 to hit.
And I'm just going to try for the Crown of Command. That works. So I'm going to give this unit of 5 guys the Inspiring Presence as well.
Okay.
So all the acolytes are inspired. And then I'm going to roll for Befuddled. So the Jezzails are re-rolling wounds. The Arc Warlock is re-rolling wounds.
Alright, cool.
And I don't think they're within 3 inches, are they? Yes, they are. So
yeah, the unit of 5 is.
Uh-oh, they're befuddled.
Oh my god.
Yay.
At least they're inspired.
So let's go into movement. I really don't have much of a movement phase because almost everything is locked in combat. These casters, I'm just going to keep them by the arcane. They're 18 inches isn't a lot to work with, and they're kind of blocked by the Globadiers. I moved the Jezzails back so that they're benefiting from the mystical cover, and the Arc Warlock is also locked in combat. So I'm going to roll a dice to see if the Storm Fiends can pop up. I need a 3, and I get it. So we will pop up the Storm Fiends.
Your Arch Warlock was in combat?
Yeah.
Do you want to pile him in?
No.
No? Just to see how much damage he would deal? Because we just didn't even notice it. Just rolled to see how much damage he would have dealt last turn. Because I didn't even think he was in. We didn't think he was in combat, so it's not really fair to.
1 attack, 4 and 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Hits.
Ren 2, so that would have been 3.
That automatically hits. So 3
then-
die.
Nope, nothing else.
Alright, so we'll take away 3 more models.
Move them up.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've popped my Storm Fiends up behind the piece of scenery. That's 9 inches away. That's their movement for the turn. So, and since they have Warp Fire Throwers, they're out of range of shooting. So unless I make a charge, that's it. They're done for the turn. Let me go into the shooting phase. I only have 2 Jezzails left. They are hitting on a 3. They moved, so they're not re-rolling 1s.
How are they hitting on 3? I thought they hit on 4.
Lord of War.
Oh, you used Lord of War on them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you used them on the Globadiers.
Yeah, you're right. So it is 4.
It's 4 rerolling wounds.
And I think
You can
you're
hit
right.
every single unit except for my Slaughter Priest and my Blood Skryre.
I think. I don't really know. The point is, there's only 2 left. I might get lucky to get 1 hit on anything.
Yeah, but it's still free 2 free damage.
I think honestly, I have to shoot I have to start taking wounds on the bloodletters. I kind of want to go on the Wrath of Khorne, but there's almost no point. So they're hitting on 4s. That's 1 up, and that's 2 mortal wounds. That's it. That's done.
On the Bloodletters right here? Alright, so 2 die.
The Globadiers. So those ones are befuddled. 14 within 9 inches. So I think it's 1 attack each. These are 4s and 4s. Alright.
And they're -2 rend?
Yep, so 4 hits at -2 rend.
I have no save.
So it's D3 damage each.
They're
so
dead.
That's 7. Yep.
Yeah, that's the whole unit.
And
Alright.
so that's it for shooting. So let me do charges for the Storm Fiends to see if they get anywhere. I need more than a 9. And I get a 9.
No, you're exactly 9 away. You needed a 9.
Yeah. I could get in there. But the question is, do I want to? Josh has said this many times, with Skryre you just have to go for it. So I'm just going to call it and end the turn. And that way, hope I get a double turn. Because I think that's my only salvation, if at all, at this point.
Alright, let's roll for initiative. Here we go. Got a 4. It's pretty average.
I get a 5. I get the double
Alright,
turn.
so he gets it. There's a glimmer of hope.
That goes off. So the big unit of Globadiers has Lord of War. And then let me try for Inspiring Presence again, Crown of Conquest. Nope. So the big unit of Globadiers will again have Inspiring Presence. And everything is out of range now of my spells. Because I believe Vermintide's only 13 inches. And the rest are 18 inches.
Yeah, these are all dead, just so you guys know.
So I'm just going to try for Mystic Shield on the Globadiers. Yeah, that goes off.
Cool.
Doesn't really matter who cast it. And then we'll go into movement. Alright, so I've moved my Storm Fiends up onto the bridge. This one down here is the one with the Grinder Fist, so he's not really going to shoot anything. Over here, I have moved my General up to kind of sort of be a screen for the 2 remaining Jezzails who are now useless. I've moved up my 1 remaining Clan Rat because I am absolutely going to try and charge the Bloodthirster with 1 Clan Rat. I have ran everything else up here. Because they only have a 9-inch range, I'm not going to be able to shoot anything, so I just got them up the field. And of course these guys down here are befuddled. Let me do some shooting with the Storm Fiends. The Warp Fire Throwers get 2d3 shots, but it's only 8 range. So with this one, I'm going to shoot the Wrathmongers. Wrathmongers are going to take 6 mortal wounds.
So that's 2 dead.
And this guy and this guy. Is this guy in range of the Blood Secretor? Yes.
Yeah,
so these 2 are going to shoot the Blood Secretor.
Okay.
And the Blood Secretor is going to take... Ouch.
5, right?
5, yeah.
He's dead. He only has 5 wounds.
I'll take it. This one is going to shoot this Slaughter Priest.
Okay.
Slaughter Priest takes 3 mortal wounds.
He's alive.
Yep.
He has 3 left.
And then this Storm Fiend is going to shoot the Bloodletters. The Bloodletters take 3 mortal wounds. Shoot with the Jezzails. I am going to shoot these guys again, the Bloodletters.
Okay.
You need a
4
4 to hit, re-rolling ones.
2 hits.
2 hits.
And they don't have +1 to hit.
They don't have +1, no.
And then they're re-rolling ones, so 2.
So 2 wounds.
Minus 2 rend.
Minus 2 rend.
So I lose 4.
Yeah. Let me roll some charges. I'm going to roll for the Storm Fiends. I may not take it, but you can always roll. Storm Fiends only charge 4, so they're not really going anywhere.
They're not making it.
And the Clan Rat, he's going to Kamikaze. He's not making it either.
4.
So I guess if I'm not going to charge, there's no combat. Your Blood Secretor is gone, so you have to take Battle Shot now.
Yeah, you have to take Battle Shot. Hopefully I roll a 1, right? 21 guys left, because I lost 2 the turn prior. So they get they have the Bravery of 12, so they cannot fail it. But if I roll a 1, nope. Even
well,
with that.
6 plus 7 is 13.
Oh.
So 1 goes away.
Wah, wah. Sad face.
What's your bravery on the Wrathmongers?
They're a 7. So they lost 2.
Yeah.
On a 6, I lose a guy. Nope.
Alright, and so I just score 1 more victory point.
Yep. So now it's my turn. I lost my Blood Secretor, so I'm a little bit worse off. But I am in some good shape. I'm going to take my Slaughter Priests, and I'm going to target his Storm Fiends for d6 damage each. So first guy is going to roll. Fails, but I get a reroll. Fails. Second guy is going to try again. Success, d6 mortal wounds. 6 mortal wounds on the Storm Fiends. I'm going to give my Bloodletters bonuses to hit. So the first guy fails. I'm going to reroll. Success, that's 1 plus 1. Then I'm going to do it again. Success, so they have +2 to hit right now. I am going to double whip the Bloodletters, and I'm going to use his command ability on the Bloodletters. I think that's all of my abilities for the turn. I've moved these guys all 16 inches away from the Storm Fiends, so they're just 16 inches away. That way he can't be in range even if he moves his units. I've moved my Bloodletters. They're actually kind of wobbly and modeling up the side of this, but they're 3 inches away, and they have a +7-inch charge, so they're going to make it no matter what happens. I've got my Wrathmongers right behind them, and because I've got such a large charge with these guys, chances are I'm probably going to wrap around the backside of them so my Wrathmongers can come in as well. I've moved these guys up. I'm going to hoping to make a charge into these Globadiers, Acolytes. I've moved these guys up. I'm hoping to make a charge into the Jezzails. I've moved my Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster up. I'm hoping to make a charge into either these guys or, any of these guys, really. But I'm 3 inches away, and I'm 8 inches away from the guy who provides the buffs to run and charge. So everyone in this little circle is going to get +1 to run and charge anyway. So I'm guaranteed to at least charge this little guy here. I'm going to start charging, or actually no, I got to shoot first. The Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster, I'm going to say... I'm going to actually shoot him for D3 mortal wounds. That's just an ability he's got in the shooting phase. So I do 1 mortal wound to him. And then he's got a shooting attack. It's a 3 and a 3. So that's success on a hit. And 1 wound, -1 rend on the this guy right here. And that's 6 damage if you get on him. So it's a 4. So he fails it. That's 6 wounds to him.
He's dead.
Yeah. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to start making charges. The first person I'm going to make a charge with is this guy right here. It's a Bloodstoker. I have +1. I need a 6. That's a 7.5. And I get a 9. So he's going to get right in there. That's a 10. This guy's going to make a charge. It's a 9. That's a 10-inch charge. This guy's going to go right here. And then these guys... So I need a 6, and they fail. Oh no, because they have +1 to in their instrument too. So that's a 5, 6, 7. And they make it with they just make it with a 7. This unit is within 8 inches of the Bloodthirster, and he made a charge this turn, so every unit within 8 inches gets +1, or gets to re-roll hit and wound rolls of 1. These guys are going to make a charge. They only have +1 to run and charge because of their instrument. They make it. So now I'm going to charge my Bloodletters. So that's a 7 plus a 7. That's a 14-inch charge. It takes 3 inches to get up the side because they're already kind of up the side already. And then they have another 10 or so inches to get around back. So I'm going to start placing these guys. I'm going to kind of situate them around on the backside, and I'm going to see if I can give the Wrathmonger some room to charge. It is going to take a 4 inches plus 3.5. It's going to be a 7, and I fail it. So that's all right. I'm going to get these guys up here. I put these guys sideways because it's kind of a wobbly model situation. They're really up here along the wall. They're going to get 21 attacks. Their mortal wounds are on 4s. They're hitting on 2s. 7 mortal wounds. 3s re-rolling 1s. So we got 9 coming in. The rats are on cover, so they will get +1 to their save. So it's a 4-up save.
9 4-up saves. Wow, that was terrible. 2.
You make 2, so how many wounds total?
So 7 plus
7 is 14. So 2 rats die, and 1 has
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
The acolytes are piling in. I have 8 against the Wrath of Khorne and 14 against the Blood Reavers. So the 8 against the Wrath of Khorne, it's 5s and 5s. One hit.
Right.
No rend.
He's got a 4-up save. And that's a 3. That's one wound.
And then we have 14 against the things. I actually get +1 to attack because it's a unit of 10. Because it says you can add 1 to any hit rolls, not just the globes. So it's going to be 4s and 5s. Wounding on a 5. So that's 3 wounds. No rend.
Alright, so 6-up save. Nope. Oh, 3 die. I'm going to pile in an attack over here with the Jezzails. So these guys are within 8 inches of the Bloodthirster. Boss did make it, so that's 2 attacks for him, and then 6 more. I'm re-rolling 1s on the hit, but we're hitting on 4s. No 1s. And we're wounding on 4s. So 3 wounds, -1 rend.
-1 run, they just take it.
At this point, it doesn't matter who I attack with.
But you have your Skaven.
Oh yeah,
Your
my
Skaven.
one clan rat.
Your
He's
clan rat.
absolutely going to attack your Bloodstoker. He gets 2 attacks because that's the boss. 4s. Uh-oh. 4s. No.
Oh.
Oh no.
I guess I'll use the Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster. He has 6 attacks, 3s and 3s, but he's re-rolling 1s on both wounds and hits because of the artifact I've given him. Oh, it's 3s and 2s, and these are D3 damage plus 1. So that's 3 hits, and so 4 wounds minus 2 rend.
They just take him.
All right, so it's D3 damage. So it's 4 damage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total of 11 damage.
Okay.
And that's all his attacks.
All right.
So we'll attack with my Storm Fiends. I got 4 attacks each, hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s.
Wow.
There you go. So 7 hits,
7 hits. Is there any rend?
no rend.
So they're 5-ups because they charge this turn, and even though they're in cover, it doesn't matter. So I rolled 3, 4, 5-ups. I take 6. 6 guys die. Okay, so I piled in as such. These guys have 1 inch range. So does he, and he's technically locked in combat. I don't want him to be able to hit my Reavers, so I just move these guys a hair forward so that way his unit of acolytes would block the, was it the seer? In piling in, I am within 8 inches of the blood thirster, so I will get to re-roll hit and wound rolls of 1. I got 7 guys, plus the boss. 6 hits. 4 wounds on the acolytes.
No rend, right?
Minus 1 rend.
They have Mystic Shield though,
Yes, they do.
so they're still on a 6-up. Nope.
Alright.
So I'm going to pile in with my Jezzael team. There's 2 of them. 2 guys on 1 base by that. So 5s and 5s re-rolling wounds. Ooh, there you go. 1 wound, no rend. 1 guy dies. Go Jezzael.
This guy right here.
What's over?
3 attacks each. The first one is 3s and 3s. So that's 2, no rend.
Is that 1 damage each?
1 each, yeah.
So he's got a 5-up save.
So
Saved 1. Oh, so he's dead.
I think that's everything.
So now we do Battle Shock.
Oh, yep, battle shot. So for my Bloodletters, they still have unit of 10. They have 11 bravery, but they took 6 models. So on a 6, nope, they're safe. These guys lost 3 models. They only have a bravery of 7 because they have a banner guy. So they're safe with a 7. These guys lost 1, so they're fine.
And then for me,
You don't have to take anything on them.
right, but I might
With the
have
Jezzaels.
the Jezzaels.
They have a 4
They
bravery.
lost 2.
No, they lost 1.
They lost 1, so
They're safe.
they're fine. The
Storm
Storm
Fiends.
Fiends.
They lost 2. No,
They
3.
They lost 3, yeah. So 4 plus 3 is 7, so 1 more goes away. So Josh scored 5 more points, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna roll. I roll 4. 3. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Overall, really good game for Khorne. I don't know if I'm going to use this list in the tournament, but it's a pretty solid list. I definitely enjoy it. Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster is way, way more killy than I ever thought he would be, especially with the re-rolling 1s on both hit and wound rolls on the charge. That artifact is nuts. And then the +1 damage is definitely really powerful on him. I think having the 2 units of Bloodletters like I did, 120 and 130, is just a really nice mix, especially because it allows for me to take not only the additional 5 Blood Warriors, but an additional unit of 10 Blood Reavers, as well as a unit of 5 Wrathmongers. I think Wrathmongers are underestimated. I think that they're really, really good against like large monster type heroes, and since I want more of a balanced list, I think taking the Wrathmongers is just a really nice choice. I love having that option. So I actually might even run this exact list when I go to the tournament in November. I really hate saying that on camera, but you know, and everyone's going to look at like this list now if they're going, and they're going to think, Well, I know at least one list that's going to be there. But you know what? I'm not here necessarily to just outright win events. I really want to help you guys learn how to play. So yeah, that's okay. I don't really give a shit.
All right, so I think this really wasn't a good test of the list. I basically lost that one on deployment. I did not anticipate even the possibility of an 18-inch charge, and the way I screened my guys, I left that gap there thinking that, you know, there's no way you can move through there because of the 3-inch rule. I did not anticipate charging through it at all. And the minute my Jezzail started taking damage, that crippled my damage output. Relying on just 6 Storm Fiends to wipe out 3/4 of an army is just, that's a recipe for failure. I did some dice rolling afterwards, and 30 Acolytes I think aren't really the way to go, because there's too many things that have horde, anti-horde capabilities, and with the 9-inch range, they're really not going to be getting into the damage until like turn 2 or 3. At that point, it's just too late. So I'm going to continue playing around with lists. In the meantime, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.